Hi everybody, welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan, fired up for this one. Mike White, first start ever, big win for the Jets. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. Mike White, first start, big win. Love how they get going here early with the naked. Wide open. My goodness, no one within 10 yards. Love getting guys completions right here in big moments. Young quarterbacks come in, manipulate a way to get someone wide open. You can see the shallow coming from right to left here. Big play fake. And again, that's just wide open. That's certainly not good defense. But love the idea there about getting a completion, getting the chains moving, feeling good about it. Now they go from 2x2 to 3x1. And how they get here is a little bit unique. Normally, I think when we're thinking naked and we're thinking someone in the flat, to me, we're thinking usually from the play side or usually this sneak or slide from the backside. But they end up going here, running the corner off, and then coming underneath from the other side. And it's just simply a huge void. Certainly a defensive deficiency, to say the least. But I like the offensive design. Certainly an easy completion. Let's get it rolling. Let's get a little momentum, start feeling good. It's like making a layup or a free throw. All of a sudden, things are doable. Again, moving the launch point, all these things can help young quarterback first start feeling good in the game, catch a little rhythm, catch a defense sleeping, out of position. Just an outstanding early call. Next one here. Not sure about the execution of this, but I love the design. A little trickeration here to get a big chunk play. I doubt the snap is supposed to be that crazy, but a little throwback pass. Again, sometimes changing the launch point, helping the offensive line. Making the read simple, 1 to 2. You got the over, you got kind of the stock corner down here. Now, certainly a bit of a fiasco with the snap, but look at that. There's nobody around him. Again, it all doesn't have to go sideways when you don't have the number one guy in there. Now, how they get there, again, certainly going to worry about this from the back end here as far as the snap, lucky to get it, all those types of things. We're going to run like a stock, kind of fake like we're blocking, corner, and then we're going to run the same thing from the other side, but now the over. And so for me, when you change the launch point here, there's no one around him, and then the read is really simple. Everything's right in your face. 1 to 2. Keep it clean, keep it simple. Again, got to make the throws, got to execute well enough to be able to give yourself a shot, but a little creativity, relying on multiple guys touching the ball, decent little chunk. One more time, watch those receivers. Up top, you get the stock corner. Down here, you get the stock over. And again, they're not running wide open. There's guys with them. You still got to make the play. They do a decent job of dealing with that. Now watch the execution here. The snap, something's up. I'm not going to pretend he had the answers here. He barely gets the snap. In fact, he catches it twice. I think the thing to pay attention to, it would be interesting to see how they really wanted this to play out because the left tackle does a great job. His slow they fall into kind of a slow release here where he's going down and really plays with the defensive end, gets lost, and then pinned. So kind of fall into one there, and it happens sometimes. You need a little luck because you certainly didn't get luck here on a little RPO slant. Bad pick, a volleyball pick, I like to call it, but this is great effort from White. Goes down there, makes him cut back, and makes him tackle, not get a pick six. So we can make the argument here when we get back to the wide about maybe whose fault this is. But this is just classic 101 RPO stopper. How are you going to do it? Man coverage. If you can't win man coverage, you're going to struggle with RPOs at any level. The league's no different. And we're just running some variation of whatever run they want here, wide zone, outside zone, pin and pull, anything to the left. And we're running double slants down here. Now, the thing to pay attention to for me here, a few different things. This is not wide receiver school, but this release, no bueno. Okay, not a fan of kind of chilling, walking, go. They're actually, I think the outside slant probably happens first, which screws it up. I'm also not a huge fan of just pure double slant. I prefer slant or glance here to kind of happen first, and then usually what people run is like a 5-yard indie or fin route. Just to let those things happen at different levels. I feel sometimes when you run true double slant and not even like dart slant or one-step slant, looks like true double slant, and really I think this is just a terrible route right here. But when this is a true slant and this is a true slant, they're in the same lane. You don't get a true chance to kind of go 1 to 2. You need to create some sort of space. But that inside slant here, pay really close attention to that. This is just not it. Like, you know, I don't know what to tell you. That to me, I would want to come off that thing, making it feel like you're shot out of a cannon and going to run a seam right by the guy, as opposed to whatever that dance move is. Don't win on the inside. And again, look at the outside slant. See how they're kind of on the same level? The outside slant is breaking before the inside slant. Now, just because he's deeper is because he's not taking little baby steps. And then, of course, you turn a bad play into a disaster when you tip it up over the middle of the field. And again, love paying attention to what quarterbacks do on turnovers. Go make a tackle. Go impact the play. Don't let them score. Great job. It really is a great job. It can't be overstated. But you can see the simple RPO. We're reading 55. He inserts into the run. We're throwing it right over his ear. Now, you got to be careful running RPOs versus man coverage because your conflict defender key will always kind of launch into the run game. That's why you got to be able to beat man coverage in those situations. Another pick down here. This one is a little bit more, I would say, on Mike White. And again, it's not totally on him because it hits the tailback in the face with the ball. But this is a few different things for me. First, you know, yes, you'd love the tailback to get his head around. You'd love to not throw a fastball at his face. But, you know, it does hit him in the face. He could catch it. I would love to see a little bit more of a tempoed check down throw. But for me, this is a quarters beater. So first, let's talk defense. Whether it's quarters, whether it's zero, whether it's quarter, half, it doesn't really matter. Split field coverage, middle field open, quarters. Okay? Down here at the bottom of the screen, we've got scissors or some variation of post, corner. This is a quarters beater. You know, a great course that goes into significant depth on how to beat quarters. This is one of the key ways to do it. You really have two great options. You want to read this field safety so that he can't be right. If he triggers down at all for the run game, keeps his feet flat, whatever, we should have a great opportunity to run a post right here to the post or near upright with outside leverage from the corner. I mean, there it is. It's perfect. So if he triggers up, let's throw the post. If this safety gets depth and thinks that he is going to pass off the vertical of number 2 here, run in the corner, and he's going to try to deep bingo or in and out this thing with the corner, or have the flat defender take the vertical of number 2 and some special quarters bracket coverage, he's got to get significant depth to get out of there. And then all you do is throw the corner, and it's right there. And in reality here, I think he's got both of them. I'm not sure why he gets off this bottom side so fast. To me, he's got the corner. Well, really, he's got the post first. Down here at the bottom, post, throw it. Corner, wide open, throw it. But he's already throwing the check down. So again, whether it's something with the drop, whether it's the timing, whether he's playing too fast, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, to me, you got to throw it. Throw the corner right there. He's already looking backside, and really it looks like he's looking for the check down. So I think it may be just a bit of, I don't want to say jitters, but playing too quick. Because it's there. The post is there, the corner's there, you're playing the play too fast, bad things happen, and you throw a fastball to a guy who's not paid to catch the ball every single play. It just makes life tough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See how his eyes, to me, his eyes are never, they're to the field there. He comes back almost like he's working the backside in for some reason. And you would never want to throw that backside in versus a quarter safety with no clear through there. Even if it's a half field safety, you got a better quarters concept the other way. So again, I'm not in the quarterback room. Don't plan to, know for sure, but that's sure what the film says. And then this is just throwing a ball too hard to a guy who's not ready. Yeah, I always say throw it on their face. And you got to have a little bit of tempo, a little bit of savviness to not put it right in the guy's ear when he's not ready for it. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications. It lets you know when we go live, when we put out new content. I appreciate the support for the channel. Then if you want even more Quarterback School content, hop over to the Quarterback School Patreon community or check out the courses below. I appreciate the support. Let's keep the video going. Next one here is a 3rd and 5, little rub route at the bottom of the screen. Really friendly fire there. Again, just playing a little bit fast for me. Really, there's 32 coming out of the backfield is going to be open down the field on what's normally a bullet or a wheel. Then the over is there too. This is a well-designed play. You can get a little fortunate here on a few regards. First, these guys run into each other. This is supposed to be a pick. He's trying to come in here and rub or pick for whoever he thinks has the back. Running the rail, wheel, bullet, bunch of different names for it. So he's coming in here trying to pick whatever's there. They basically pick themselves here. And then if for some reason you didn't like that, the over is going to be there too. So usually this thing is read 1 to 2 to almost 3 for the pick or rub here. They really get fortunate here that this corner plays defense and can't catch, or else he'd be playing offense. But really probably should make a play on this ball. So to me, he's got time. He's not hot. Just lay it out there farther. If for some reason you don't like it, it's cloudy, it's muddy, the over coming right there. So let's play it out a handful of times here. If we just wait and let that rail or wheel work, again, he's throwing that like he's hot. He's not hot even if they don't run into each other. Now, I get what you're saying. It's hard to say if you don't see that end peel off, then you might think that you're hot, but you still have time to be able to at least hold that for a second and get it down the field a little bit longer. You got to know, are they coming from depth or are they coming from the line of scrimmage? If that guy's coming from 5 yards back, to me, that usually equates to a hitch. So 5 yards is a hitch in pressure. It's kind of the normal way to understand how much time you have. So if he's at the line of scrimmage, you got to get it out immediately. If not, you got a little extra hitch, and he's coming from depth there. Now, if it's not there, look at the over. Right over the ball. Again, really fortunate that this isn't intercepted. It probably should be intercepted. But man, that's missing an opportunity for a big play and getting lucky. And again, I get it. First start, you're going to have some tendencies to play a little fast, but plays like this, the exact opposite. Executed perfectly. We're going to be hot from the left potentially. I don't care about the fumble. Can't hold on to it for him, as my man Jeff Blake used to say. But the center is going right. So if they bring 3 to the left, we're going to be hot. Regardless, they're out of position because they're trying to mug the A-gaps with 55. Just a really nice job by White being able to understand where the hot is, where the void is in the zone with how they're aligned pre-snap, and be able to take advantage of it. To me, it's one of those things where for a long time in vogue in the league was this double mug. And I'm sure it's still sprinkled in there. But when you do this, you make it really tough on these underneath guys if they're not blitzing. So if they're blitzing, you've got issues because you've got everybody up at the line of scrimmage and a short edge. You hope that the C-gap is the free runner, and you got to get the ball out. But if they're not blitzing, if they're just in here staticky and they're running out to their zones, well, they're running from a long way away. We get a chance to, they're going to really struggle to really cover anything down the field, whether it's this side, whether it's that side. And to just have those kind of pattern recognition models in your head when you're playing quarterback and you see those looks. This is perfect. One more time. I mean, you can see the void in the zone. And it's all by pre-snap alignment. Just an outstanding job, everything but holding on to the ball there. But again, from the backside, it's even cleaner from the end zone version. Again, if the center's going to the right, oh, nice job by the left tackle too. This super veteran move. When you know he's going to be in a big duel, see that little subtle step in? If you're in a big duel, you don't want to be on an island by yourself. You want to be as tight as you can be to make that thing as easy as you can be. So if the center here is going to the right, so he's going here, and we're there. We're blocked up to the right. Now the hot side is here. So if 3 of these 2 come, because we only have 2 blocking, we're going to have to throw hot. And so usually this will be a squeeze call here. And he's on a big duel, meaning he's got to protect the B gap first. If the B gap is threatened, if not threatened, then he can go all the way out here. It's a tough ask. You got to like set hard inside and then get enough vertical depth to handle an NFL defensive end. Not easy to do. That's why it's such a tough look. But regardless if they come or not, their alignment puts stress on the underneath coverage. So see him get out of there, it doesn't matter. It's basically like throwing a hot. And he's lined up, check his feet out. Catch, get the ball out clean, all his cleats in the ground, timing, rhythm, right on him, on the body, on the break. Outstanding. Next one here, a couple touchdown passes, really nice job right before half. Down here to the number 2 receiver at the bottom of the screen, a little corner. little variation of smash with a slant versus 0. The left guard here plays a little bit of hero ball. I think they've got some pass pro issues, but the left guard does a nice job here, at least salvaging this thing. I don't think this is a world you want to live in. It's actually the exact same look we just talked about. But my goodness, left guard basically takes 2 here. That's as good as you'll see. Now, I'm almost guaranteeing that you don't want to live in that world, but that is a dime. Nice concept here versus 0. How they get there, shift to 3x2. And then again, I love the fact that there are options. So right here, where the touchdown is, just a little like banana corner here, almost to the front pylon. And then instead of running just a normal smash, they come out and give you another man beater. So you've got double man beaters on this side. Just a really nice job. And then we'll talk about the pass pro from the back end here. But you can see here, if you didn't like the corner for whatever reason, the number 1 receiver, probably a touchdown too. Great job by White getting enough depth to be able to get this ball off with someone running in the A gap, really A and B gap. So it's the exact same pass pro problem we talked about the last play. Center's going right. So that puts these 2 players on these 3 normally. Now right here, it looks like for some reason that the tackle is just hiding. This is a one-on-one, and it's almost a small duel, which you almost never see. In fact, I've never heard the term. I just made it up. Between these 2 for the guard. I'm going to guess that there's a miscommunication between these 2 and that the tackle should be down, because you almost always want the free runner to run the widest lane, the widest path. But right here, this is just straight up hero ball to be able to stymie this guy with your right hand, dumbbell bench press, and then come back and cake another rusher in the B gap. Pretty sweet. And it's capped off by great quarterback play accuracy. But that left guard right here should get the ball get the sticker for this touchdown. Wow. And it's a dime. Beautiful throw. Falling away. Right on the front pylon. Both feet in. Whew. That's awesome. Next one here. Again, empty. A little stick nod to the number 3 up top. Now, I'm not going to pretend to tell you what he's looking at here. Originally, I thought he was looking off to our left, his right. But it's so long that I almost feel like he's really going through a read coming back full field. Because it really does manipulate the hell out of the middle field player. And again, this is really close to that gray area for defense coordinators where you don't want to play with a middle field player, because really he's not covering anything, even right here. No one's going to run a post down here. So when he looks off to the right here, whether he's looking off or trying to read to the right, this middle field player goes. And then we're running a stick nod here, basically a seam route up there. But again, what is he looking at here? Is he really reading something right here? Whether this is like a slant option, whether it's an option, whether he's trying to throw the fade. I mean, there's not a lot to say, oh, he's definitely trying to work this at the bottom of the screen. But it sure looks like he's over here long enough. Maybe it's an option. I don't know what the slot's supposed to be doing. But there's nobody winning. So pretty sweet that he can go full field, no to the right, yes, back to a stick nod up top. And you can see the number 2 running a loop or whip coming back in to replace that stick nod. But this is a really nice job being able to kind of manipulate that middle field player, whether going through your read or looking off and throwing just a big time touchdown. So again, you be the judge. Is he looking off? To me, he's over there too long to be looking off. He's going through a read. No, keep his base. Great vision, come back, throw a strike, back end zone, really nice. Last one here, little 2-point cap it off, hell of a catch. You don't see a whole lot of back shoulders thrown to quarterbacks, especially quarterbacks be able to adjust with this. Pretty sweet. That's a pretty sweet shot. Again, just appreciate the accuracy. Appreciate this guy taking advantage of his moment, making plays, throwing the ball, catching the ball, trick plays, big time 2-point conversions. A little variation of the Philly special. Everybody's got one. But more than anything else, quarterback-wise, this is just a hell of a catch. Well, it's a hell of a throw, first of all, because that DB kind of sniffs it out, standing at the bottom of the S. He's a little late, certainly late, but That's not wide open. You can't, throw a hand grenade out there. He puts it on him, back shoulders him. Come on. And he adjusts and makes a catch. I mean, it's pretty sweet. Pretty wild that they had a few of these specials or trick plays, and they executed at a really high level. Fun to see. So that is a wrap. Mike White taking advantage of his opportunity. Big win versus the Bengals. Love to see that for guys coming in, battling, earning those opportunities, and then going out there taking advantage of it. So thanks so much for hanging to the end. I will see you next time. Have a good one.